So welcome to our youth podcast.
We are Youth Traders, a group of content creators that aim to help Gen Zs learn more about financial literacy.
And in this podcast, we'll talk about anything under the sun. It may be in finance, academics, or even teenager dilemmas.
And for this episode, we're going to talk about
Gen Z hustles.
a
Can you guys share what field are you in right now? Like, what are your hustles to be specific, and how did you guys start?
Ooh, good question.
Nice.
Okay, nice, pero sige, I'll start since, I always start in. Pero going back, yeah. Okay, so for me, my hustle is mainly trading. So, ilang episodes yun na nalalaman or
If you're watching.
narinig na I am a full-time trader. And in this industry, actually, I started at a young age. I started when I was 17 and I was in high school. Then, I came across a lot of groups. Then, we found ZFT, so shout out ZFT. Then from there, I think this is the main selling point where I got to leap of faith, where I dropped out of ACADS because of this career, and I saw this hustle as a hustle for me simply because I had time freedom, and I thought of it as something na kapag nag-succeed ako dito, parang ang chill ng buhay ko after. Kumbaga, if I work hard, if I trade smart, if I trade, actually I'm trading the forex market right now, and so far I'm technically doing good since I'm a full-time and I'm independent actually. So with all the costs, with all the expenses, nako-cover naman siya sa trading. But it is easier said than done. Kumbaga, kung sa mga nanonood na walang idea sa trading, it's more on being experienced than being technical. Kasi we all know that trading is hard. Kailangan magbasa ng charts, fundamentals, kailangan magbasa ng news. So, backtest, lahat naman tayo traders. So, we all know the struggles. But for you out there, it's really experience na you need dito sa hustle na to. And I would say it is the hardest game in the world actually, pero that's when you start. Pero kapag you get the hang of the experience, when you get the hang of time, to eventually get easier and more simple. Kaya I think this hustle for me is really my career, and this is where I want to pursue until I die. Kasi isa pa sa privilege ko as a trader, kahit na tumanda ako, kahit na maging senior ako, di makalakad, makapag-execute pa rin ako ng trades. Kaya, it's a bangon ko, PNL, no? Grabe. Parang, it's a privilege talaga for me. How about kayo guys?
Siguro, yeah. By profession, I'm an auditor. Currently employed as an auditor. But in terms of side hustle, same with, as the name suggests naman, kasi youth traders, di ba?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're mainly focused in trading. But for me personally, I view trading naman, aside from, opposed from sabi ni Gab na parang career path niya talaga,
Yeah.
in a sense. I view it as staying or playing the game as, ano kasi yung view ko sa trading, it's the biggest money multiplier there is. Aside from, syempre, siguro traditional businesses that we should, that we create or people create. Ayun, so, focus more on, profession is auditor, but side hustle is trading for money multiplier.
Parang yung niche, I mean, nakikita mo yourself na yung niche or yung career talaga is trading? Or do you plan to?
Career not. Feel ko hindi siya sa akin career eh. Hindi ko siya nakita sa career ko. Parang ano siya, parang means lang din to
a tool, kumbaga.
to multiply. Tapos may, again, may mga baka at the end, siguro for 5 years, 10 years from now, I could create my own business. But I still trade. Kasi that's a skill.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so side hustle. Kasi I consider myself ngayon as a freelancer in the art side. So ngayon, yun nga, if napanood yung mga previous episodes, I'm a tattoo artist. And at the same time, nagpo-portrait commission ako. nag-create ako ng sticker designs, may business kami na arts and crafts, and at the same time, under ako ng isang agency as a virtual assistant. So ngayon, since trading community kasi tayo, diba? So ngayon, nakita ko yung trading as a tool nga para makapag-scale up soon. Especially ngayon kasi hindi pa naman ako ganun talaga, hindi ko pa kaya maging full-time trader kasi kulang pa sa skills. Pero nakita ko siya as an opportunity para sooner or later mas makapag-scale up and at the same time makapag-business. Kasi business din talaga yung unang nag-spark sa akin para maging mukhang pera. In a good way. Yan, ikaw na next.
Ako na.
Ikaw na.
The process.
So ako naman, I mainly consider myself as a community builder. Kasi career-wise, andun yung foundations ko. And I like what I'm doing there. But at the same time, I would, in terms of field, I'd consider myself na nasa traditional type of industry business. And at the same time, nasa Web3 business. Kasi I personally manage like a few stuff on the traditional business side. And I also do like active income work on Web3 or like freelancing or like management, all related to the financial markets, crypto, Web3, ganun. So ayun, parang dabbling around everywhere, especially of course, trading or investing.
Since parang, di kasi mainstream yung yung side hustle as a community builder. Parang can you elaborate more? Parang give
Paano
our
naging,
viewers.
how does it translate to making money? Pagiging community builder, ano ba yun?
Yeah, parang glimpse ng ginagawa mo.
Ayun, so as a community builder, if you've noticed, isa to sa mga careers or like professions na rising lang recently with the rise of Web3, crypto, and NFTs. Because most of the projects and most of the companies, organizations are realizing the importance of communities in what they're doing, right? Since everything is decentralized sa Web3, the only thing that you could gather people around in one place is of course community. And then on a business perspective, that's a huge win kasi nag-gather mo na agad yung customer base mo, yung
market mo,
yung market mo, growing yung parang yung fan base mo, loyalty kumbaga, in what you're doing. Right? So you take care of them, they get perks, and you, as a business, you get your perks as well. So ayun, syempre, with that need in mind ng mga companies or ng projects, they're also gonna be needing people to be able to build good communities na thriving and building an ecosystem for that. And it takes skills, it takes good foundations, it takes good experience to be able to build that good community. Kasi it's a whole ecosystem. Daming factors, daming technicalities. And knowing that that skill is very rare, ibig sabihin, people will want to pay for you to be able to do that. Right? And since it's something new, hindi common, hindi siya commodity, hindi siya basta-basta lang na work na, uy, paglabas mo may makikita kang community builder dyan. Right? So, pag na-build mo na yung foundations mo na yun, and you find needs na ma-fulfill mo, kasi nga nag-rise yung demand, sobrang asset ka as a person in that field.
Tsaka we're not, parang we're new to this kind of work pa talaga. And wala pang competition. Tsaka, parang it starts the question na, kasi we're like very young to work as hard as we do. Tapos parang, I like to ask you guys kung ano ba yung roots ng motivation nyo na pang-hustle? Like, when you were a kid ba, like, may times ba na, okay, business-minded na talaga ako, bata pa lang. I sell stuff, parang iniisip ko na yung pera at a young age. Parang may ganun ba kayo instance? Sige.
Actually, yung natin, parang yung mga GC, kasi syempre magkakaibigan kami. So, may mga GC kami. So, di ba, doon natin na-share yung mga experiences natin na isa sa mga motivation doon is, syempre, for example, yung way of living natin dati. For example, hindi naman ganun karangya. Kaya, isa yun sa mga naging factor kung bakit mas gusto natin mas magsipag at mas kumita ng pera. For example, ngayon ko nga lang nalaman na ilan yung water closet, ilan yung CR nyo. Lima. So parang, ang alam ko lang sa isang bahay, meron pa ng isa, di ba dapat? Pero yun nga nalaman ko sa inyo, Ay, 5 sa pretoring, ilan din, tayo, tig-isa lang.
Yeah.
Ako din.
Kaya, isa ka lang din,
Oo.
pero graduate kayo.
Science.
So ayun, parang eye-opener din siya. Parang, oh my God. So,
Parang goal mo magkaroon ng maraming CR.
Oo.
Yeah.
Parang sa buong bahay CR.
Ano yun, diba? Parang signs of rich kid yung friend mo.
Yeah.
From those little things to
Water
ang dami mong
Oo.
may isip na motivation. Pero,
Parang ang hirap namin sa CR, no?
yeah. Parang almost same vibes kay James kasi nga, hindi naman kami privileged sa family. Tapos somehow, yung lifestyle before was not really good. Kumaga, kung may classes na siguro nandun sa lower middle class, ganun yung lifestyle. Parang nakakain, nakapag-school, but other than that, parang extra means na yan for the family. So, parang dun siguro ako nag-start kasi when I was young, parang I started to buy and sell things that I could buy. Specifically, shoes tsaka phones. Kasi at first, mahilig ako sa basketball, then sa phones kasi mahilig ako
Cellphone.
mahilig ako.
Naka-cellphone mo yun.
Di ba mahilig mag-cellphone, but
Tech-based talaga.
Tech-based.
Kasi sa tech.
tsaka at the same time, late ako nagka-cellphone kasi nga wala kaming means.
Mm.
So yung parang mindset ko that time, I think maganda pala gawin to get better value for the phone. Like, benta ko to, bili ako ng much better, tapos benta ko ulit at a higher price. Ganun ako nag-start, kaya naging eager ako to make money and to find more streams. Which is, for me, yun talaga yung main motivation ko or starting point ko. Yung motivation from wanting what you want talaga. Parang keep pushing through. Kabaan.
Sige, siguro sa akin, siguro just to add on sa sabi mo kanina, na yung background ng family natin, and yung talaga yung parang hugot natin, that's our
Yeah.
why we actually do
Yeah.
what we do right now. But before, as a child, yung bata tayo, di mo naman alam bakit ka ako di ko alam bakit ako nag-ganon eh. At ako naghanap ng paraan para magkapera. Gusto ko na magkapera nung bata ako. Kasi gusto ko magkaroon ng mga laruan, gano'n. Gusto ko mabili yung mga gusto ko. Kasi nga, siguro nga, since di tayo ganun ka-privileged before, hindi nabibigay ng magulang ko or ng family members ko yung mga bagay na gusto ko. And parang, that pushed me to be wise enough, to be mautak enough para maghanap ng ways para mabili yung gusto ko. In that sense, yung bata ko talagang ginagawa, parang nagbaba ng bote, gano'n. Kasi, sige. Yung lola ko kasi, nagtatrabaho sa San Miguel. Tapos may libre siyang, yung mga binibigay na, yung cases talaga ng lata. Ng canceling, ng Sunny Light, ng Pale. Tapos yung mga cancel, iniiwan namin sa bahay. Tapos yung kinakash pa namin yun. Tapos mas mahal yung benta nun eh. Ay, yung mahal yung bili. Tapos mabigat kasi yun. Compared sa normal lang na bote na mga uton. So, ayun doon talaga ang simula. Dati may malaking parang sledgehammer. Tapos kaging ganun ko.
Ano?
Ganun ko. Tapos, yun simula. Tapos, pagtapos nung ganun ako since elementary. And high school, siguro same kay Gab. Nahilig ako sa sapatos kasi, ayun nga, mahilig sa basketball. Tapos nakita ko sa Facebook. Doon ako sa Facebook, parang Facebook Marketplace, ang sinisimula. Sa mga groups pa before,
Yeah.
sa groups pa lahat talaga.
Yung Hachi, naabutan niyo yung Hachi ba?
Hatis buying sa mga ganun. So, doon nag-start ng side hustles without knowing bakit ako nag-side hustle. Gusto ko lang talaga magkapera sa niipon.
Parang subconsciously.
Oh,
Yeah.
parang before pa lang, I was building good money habits without even knowing how or why or where should I invest it.
Okay.
Later on ko lang na-realize kung saan ko talaga siya lalagay. Sa magandang avenue ko siya ilagay. Nung nasa YT na sa
Yeah.
50 na.
Actually,
Sige, ikaw na.
hindi, actually, maganda yung point na yun. Kasi parang natutunan natin maaga kung paano mag-create ng money without knowing where to put
And actually taking care of that money.
Oo.
Yeah.
Ayun nalagay ko.
Kaya yung sinabi ko nga dati, kung dati pa lang alam ko na kung paano mag-invest, where to save money, where to put my money, siguro ang laki ng pera ko ngayon. Kasi nga, ang dami ko rin napagdaanan na experience dati. Like, ang dami kong nag-start from selling tawag doon, pastillas, sumali sa networking, magbenta ng mga kung ano-ano, mga alkansya, ganyan. So, kung if ever, malaman ko siguro yung mga, if ever hindi ako mapunta sa isang community na magtuturo sa akin kung paano magkaroon ng proper money management. Siguro until now, wala, puro palabas lahat ng pera palagi.
Right.
So, ayun.
Yeah.
Good realizations na. Ikaw ba, Nix?
So ako naman, actually, medyo iba yung story ko sa kanila. So parang yun
Oo, di ba siya?
Kaya yung nabanggit ni James. Yung nabanggit ni James, diba sabi niya, di ba yung water closet namin?
Paparin yan. Naiis ako dun.
Pero, ayun, so 5 yung water closet namin. So if di nyo alam yung water closet, ano siya?
Yung inuupuan mo. Para
May
mag-draw.
tubig.
Deposit.
So yun, so ako, I grew up in a privileged household. So good yung upbringing and like ako na-experience ko yung being like having money, ganun. So parang nung at that state pa lang personally, although bata pa ako nun, parang there was this point na I wanna have that para sa sarili ko rin. Like although yung family, like may money sa family, pero syempre ako personally,
Wala.
mukhang pera pa lang ako ng bata. Gusto ko personally, meron ako nun for myself. Right? Pero, as time went by, like, you can't really tell what can happen sa life. I experienced both yung being at the top of the
CR.
Ayun yung CR.
Sa pinakilala.
Like, at the top of, like, I guess, like, the
Living
ladder
class.
of life, living class. I also experienced yung nasa baba. So parang ayun, due to unfortunate events, then eventually parang there's that bigger push na na-experience ko yun na simula pa lang gusto ko na ganun yung buhay ko. And being at the bottom na-experience ko yun, alam kong gusto ko yung ganung klaseng lifestyle, na ganun yung experience pala na kapag mayaman ka. Na mas naging drive yun to work harder na okay,
You never want to experience that.
Oo, I have to make it back again to that level or exceed more.
CR.
10 CR.
Times 2.
Types. Yun, pero ayun, so parang from elementary to high school, mas nag-develop yung grind to find ways to earn money. So I tried a lot of stuff. Nagbebenta rin ako sa school ng kung ano-ano. Tapos nag-research ako sa yung parang how to earn money as a high school student sa Google. Yung mga ganun. So, ayun, nagtuloy-tuloy hanggang I discovered trading hanggang kung nasaan na ako ngayon.
Yeah. Ang ganda dun sa part na parang if you come from something deeper on meaning, parang may deeper meaning ka kung why ginagawa mo yung bagay. Parang you'll get the point why successful yung isang tao.
Yeah.
Yung parang history niya ganito.
Yung
That's
grind.
why yung grind niya, may reason siya to grind.
Yeah.
Pero it's not, parang sabi mo nga, it's not necessarily about the class na kung mayaman ka, you don't need to grind. You don't need to think about money. Parang for me, it's on the person pa rin. It's in the person.
Parang it's good enough reason for you to grind more. Kasi
Yeah.
alam mong good yung
Yeah.
experience.
Pero kayo ba, parang growing up, kasi Gen Z tayo, parang added question. If you were to have the money to spare, parang if, let's say, nasa higher class kayo, parang would you think, or...
Kunyari nanalo ko sa loto, you have all the money.
Hindi naman sa nanalo sa loto. I mean, let's say, yung family mo mayaman talaga, and you have the means to do what you want. Parang, do you think na nandito kayo ngayon working as hard as you want? Kasi for me, parang for me, going back, if mayaman kami, siguro I wouldn't even bother working. Parang nandyan ako ngayon sa BGC, nagpa-party,
Yeah.
ganun. Parang yun yung child,
Yeah.
inner child mo, ilalabas mo. Parang kayo ba? Ano yung inner child nyo if money is not an issue nung growing up kayo?
Gusto ko ikaw yung masira mo.
Bigyan mo
Wala magawa ng
Sabay-sabay kayo sa group chat, no? Ay, dito.
Pero siya tayo sabay-sabay. Pero, so if I would have that privilege, ako kasi yung, inisip ko ano yung hilig ko talaga eh. What's your roots? Both kasi why we're grinding right now, why we hustle right now, because of the whys we have.
Yeah.
Parang kinex, diba? But, if privileged tayo and parang may generational wealth tayo.
Yeah.
Yun talaga.
That's the term, generational wealth.
Ka-all-in.
Basta feeling ko, actually ang gagawin ko, feeling ko di lang ako mag-grind ng ganito. Feeling ko ano lang, magkakalikot ako ng kung ano. Like, alam mo yung mga mag-aayos ako ng sasakyan. Magawa ako ng, parang, ganun yung
Kumbaga yung hobbies mo, magagawa mo. Like,
no.
kung anong gusto mong gawin,
Or
kahit
gumawa
anong gawin mo,
gumawa
okay lang.
computer or gumawa ako ng bahay. Ewan ko ba eh. Siguro karpintero na lang ako. Mechanic. Pero ayun, ganun yung ano ko, yung I would play with it.
Parang may freedom ka, no, to do anything you want, which is sarap.
Ikaw, sige.
Hindi, siguro ako, kasi lahat ng ginagawa ko ngayon, talagang revolve, at least most siguro 90%, is because of money.
Yeah.
Because of attaining freedom, financial freedom, time freedom, location freedom, ganun. So probably if I had that, like hindi ko pinoproblema yung pera, I would probably just be complacent na, okay, let's go to college. Like, I would probably in college ngayon, nag-aaral lang ng, siguro business management na course,
Yeah.
di ba? Tapos,
Ano ba mo dun?
wala.
May pera ako eh!
Di ba? Tapos,
Di ba sinara ko eh?
di ba, tapos business management, tapos after nun, parang complacent ka na, okay, may business kami sa family after ko graduate. So, ayun, baka naman nagpa-party lang din sa
Yeah.
BGC, ganun. Tapos, if not, siguro, parang another lens to look at it is I might be pursuing yung parang pinaka-passion ko talaga na gusto ko before. Huh?
Filmmaking.
O baka yun, or filmmaking, or like cooking, being a chef, ganun. So yung mga passion.
Shoutout kay Gwyn.
I agree.
I mean, miss you.
Ako naman, siguro kung meron yung generational wealth, for sure, kasi di ba sa atin, ewan ko kung sa amin lang pero di ba meron tayong instances na pagka kukuha ka ng college, mas okay yung meron yung malalagay sa nimo. Like, for example, architect, doktor,
CPA.
pagka ganyan yung mga programs na kinuha mo sa college, parang iba yung tingin sa'yo ng family, parang, ay, push mo yan. Mas binibigyan nilang value. Kaya, ako napunta sa architecture field. Kasi nga, sa creative side, parang architecture yung pinaka mataas daw. So sinabi ko na sa kanila, una pa lang, fine arts talaga gusto ko, ever since. Sabi nila, wala kang, magdodrawing ka lang dyan sa labas, ganyan. So, sabi nila, so siguro kung mayaman kami, siguro hindi ako magdadalawang isip na mag-fine arts. Tapos kahit sa ang school, tapos siguro madami akong gadgets, puro Apple, gano'n. Tapos yung business, kasi parang nakita ko rin na nung bata ako, hindi ko naman talaga need ng pera. Pero doon yung passion ko sa money. So siguro gagamitin ko yung money na yun to build a business. Siguro a gallery, basta art-related pa rin. Kung saan kita ko, tsaka coffee shopin talaga. Coffee shop, mag-build ako ng coffee shop, mag-design ako. So, ayun.
Parang in line sa next question. Kasi yung mga sagot natin ngayon, it's about, kumbaga hindsight natin if mayaman tayo.
Yeah.
Going back naman sa, kasi we have the same experience na nasa lows tayo and that's the ROIs. Parang how do you handle your money now na kumikita kayo? Like, ganito kalaki kita nyo. And parang paano na kayo so, paano nyo na hina-handle yung pera nyo, knowing na hard-earned money ko to, young hustler, wala
I do.
Wala pa ito. Parang ganong mindset.
Pero di gagawin pag ganun.
Yeah, pag ganon.
Patabi.
So, siguro start ako kasi parang for me, kasi nga, ayun, wala sa high level of income na fam. Tapos knowing trading na, you could earn exponential returns. Tapos you get to leverage other people's money. You have prop firms, forex. Tapos you have the capital you want. So in relative to that, you can earn the exponential profits as well with that capital. So for me, ang ginagawa ko with my money, I reinvest it. Parang isa yun sa good habits or good mindset na naisip ko when it comes to earning money. Parang from the start pa lang, maliit pa lang capital ko sa trading, profit reinvest. Which is ngayon somehow naging ano siya, cumulative, which is for me enough na yung capital ko when it comes to trading to live off a good life or live off a independent life. Kaya I think it's a good reminder for us young hustlers, lalo na sa mga viewers natin. So when you get to earn a lot at a young age, learn how to reinvest.
Yeah.
Kasi it's how you get freedom, financial freedom, time freedom in the next 5 to 10 years.
Okay.
So yeah, kayo naman.
Yeah.
Ang sa akin naman, I'm very particular with observing your cash flow. And kasi sa point mo, basically you're looking for somewhere to put your money into.
Yeah.
But you don't, mahirap kasi pag di makita kung may pera ka talaga yun. Sometimes kasi, we have this notion, Filipinos tayo talaga.
Yeah.
Pag kumita ka ng pera, una nating isipin kung ano una nating gastusin. Actually, wala pa nga eh.
Yeah.
Papunta pa lang yung pera,
Exactly.
para tayo pa lang yung
May
bonus
gastos ka.
ka, tayo pa lang yung sweldo. Hanapin agad natin ano yung gusto nating bilhin. Ay, bibili agad ako ng ganito, ganyan. But for me, personally, I try to pace myself down. Tinatrack ko talaga ano yung gastos ko. Pag dumating yung pera, una akong lalagay sa savings ko. Or basta yung savings ko or savings or for trading, binubukod ko. And then expenses. Tapos yung natira, doon ako yun yung gagamitin ko sa mga pangsariling gastos ko. Pero naka-budget na talaga yung mga gagastusin ko for a whole month. Like for transportation, food, mga ginagastos ko sa household, for social life.
Yeah.
And with that, may natitira pang pera for further investments or savings. So, ganun talaga.
Yeah. So ako naman, like, nung una talaga, nung first time kong kumita, like, I guess, like, more than 50K, sabi ko pa nun sa sarili ko na, parang wala naman akong paggagastusan. Parang at that state of life. Hindi, parang masaya naman ako sa buhay ko ngayon. Tapos parang ang laking pera. Siyempre, kung first time mo kumita ng 50K plus, parang para sa'yo sobrang laki.
Especially kung at that age.
At that
Yeah.
age.
Yeah.
Diba? So parang inisip ko, wala parang, ano gagawin ko? Kasi, parang masaya naman na ako.
Party.
Ganun.
Kaso pandemic, no?
Sa Discord.
Tapos so parang, nung time na yun, parang, nung perspective ko, mas natuon siya sa mga wants. So parang through that, di ba nung una, parang sabi ko, sige, okay na ako. Parang wala naman pala ako masyadong pagkagastosan, gano'n. Pero when you realize na as the time goes by, na ito gusto mong bilhin, ito pala kailangan mong bayaran. So parang slowly rin, at the same time, nag-inflate yung lifestyle mo. So yung lifestyle inflation, right? So ngayon, eventually, parang napansin ko rin na yung spending habits ko hindi na okay. Kasi parang mali na yung pag-handle ko ng money. Kasi as a youth, parang first and foremost, yung needs mo, hindi naman
Hindi galing sa'yo.
super laki talaga na kailangan mong magbayad ng kuryente, lalo na if you're living with your family.
Yeah.
So, naging ano na siya, there was a point na kailangan ko, na-realize ko na, okay, kailangan kong baguhin to. Kasi, puro once na yung
Unhealthy na.
nagagastos.
The long term.
Yeah, so, ayun, parang, after that, parang natutunan ko na, okay, every month you have to budget this. More on percentages kung ano ba yung needs mo talaga as a person in that specific lifestyle.
Right.
Kasi sobrang, important. Kasi syempre, iba-iba rin naman yung lifestyle ng mga tao. So parang, porket ganito yung budgeting niya, it will work for you as well. So ayun, like I figured out where I was in life and how I wanna handle yung money ko to be able to get to where I wanna be. So, ayun, parang huge realization kasi as a youth talaga, sobrang dynamic ng lifestyle mo pa, especially
Yeah.
going through adulthood.
Ang ganda din ng parang mindset when it comes to lifestyle inflation.
Yeah.
Kasi when you get high income, dapat tumataas din yung lifestyle mo.
Yeah.
Parang it's something to be reminded of na naman for us youth na we're in the age of opportunities. We're in fact, si Nix parang below 20, nakakumikita ng 50K plus. Tapos, she already realized na, mali ito.
Yeah.
You need to change. Parang yun yung,
Relax ka lang. Relax ka lang.
chill ka lang, huwag ka nagawas sa malaki. Yun yung nakikita kong mali when it comes to the society ngayon. Kasi yun nga yung tinatawag natin na cloud chase, where anig mo gumastos kasi ganito yung society. Where I just want to remind the youth, Gen Zs na kumita ka ng ganito ka laki. Be disciplined.
Siguro parang it's important to add to that din. Kasi parang not enough money is a problem. I forgot kung saan ko siya nabasa. Sa Rich Dad Poor Dad ata. Pero having not enough money is a problem. Pero having too much money and not being able to know how to handle that is also a problem.
Yeah.
Right? So, kasabay, yung sabi ni Gab, nakasabay yung pagtaas nung income mo, tumataas din yung lifestyle mo. Kasi yung problems that you're going to encounter as you earn more money is going to get more complex din. Parang it comes with it, and you have to know, as the person earning that money, how to handle those problems using the power that you have, which is your money. Right? So, ayun, ikaw, James.
Ako lang. So ako kasi ngayon, in the process of recalibration pa ako. Pero before, nung nag-work ako, nung may full-time work pa talaga ako na 9 to 5 a.m. So, maganda na nakapasok muna ako sa YT. Yun nga, lagi ko nasasabi. Ang galing talaga.
Walang di excellent nung natural po ang aso.
Ang dami kong natutunan sa YT talaga, especially yung emergency fund. Nung nagko-work ako, independent pa ako sa family ko. Ngayon kasi kaya, nasa process ako ng recalibration kasi kaka-move out ko lang. Pero nung nasa
step, no?
Nung nasa family, nung nakadepend pa ako sa family ko, talagang sobrang passionate ako mag-save ng money. Talagang ang laki ng part na napupunta sa savings. Then, doon umayos yung trading ko. Kasi nga, meron akong hindi na siya yung money na yung ginagamit kong money for trading, yun na yung money na I can afford to use. Yun yung maganda na natutunan ko talaga na nabaon ko from YTs. Yun nga. Kaya nung umawak yung trading ko, tapos may work pa ako nun, tapos passive pa ako mag-save. Kaya siguro nagkaroon ako ng realization na baka kaya ko nang magkaroon ng sariling studio. Kasi gusto kong mag full-time artist. Kaya ayun, nakatulong din sa akin yun. And as of now, ayun, min-workout ko pa siya until now. Pero hopefully, naman na, malayo na, pero malayo pa.
Yeah.
Pero guys, ito yung isa sa mga pinaka-underrated questions, no? How do you reward yourself? Since reward system always work to give more push for you guys to do something better.
Good, guys.
Parang super rare mag-reward. I mean, at least for me.
Tsaka especially at our age. Parang di mo pa nang panay-reward yung sarili mo.
Yeah, if ever may luho. I mean, we're in the mindset na, okay, invest. Okay, kailangan mag-ipon, kailangan.
Kasi hustle, no?
Kasi hustle lumaki tayo sa ganong culture.
Hustle culture.
Hustle culture. Pero, siguro for me, I could, parang isa sa na-experience ko na reward. Siguro ito yung first time kumita ako sa Philippine stocks na significant amount, parang nasa 5 digits. So, ang ginawa ko nun actually, somehow bad reward siya kasi ang ginawa ko nun, winidlo ko yung money ko para may pang party ako. Kasi dumaan din naman ako sa time wherein gusto ko mag-party, gusto ko mag-experience, gusto ko uminom. So, before kasi, I don't have the privilege to do so. So, nung dumating yun, I did that as a reward. Somehow, nung looking back, actually, it wasn't fulfilling at all. Masaya yung experience at the moment, but it wasn't fulfilling.
Hindi siya sustainable.
Yeah, hindi siya sustainable and
Detrimental ba in a sense?
hindi naman. Pero, if i-look back mo kasi siya, but parang sasabihin mo, ba't ganito yung ginawa ko? Parang,
Pinagsisisihan mo.
Yeah, pinagsisisihan ko to be specific. Parang I could have done it better. Kaya, ang nangyari, nag-effect nun, I could say again, ang reward ko now is really to reinvest. Parang, pag kumita ko sa Forex, let's say sa prop firm ko, kumita ako dito, lagay ko siya sa real estate. Parang diversify. And at the same time, yung emotional capacity or emotional settlement sa akin, super laki kasi I get to think na, yes, naka-profit ako from this, lagay ko dito. Tapos pag naka-profit ako sa second investment ko, lagay ko ulit dito. Para siyang domino effect, pero in a good rate, tapos nagko-compound pa. Somehow, it's something na I learned from a bad reward system. So, pwede ba?
Yeah, ako kasi parang medyo may bad experience. Walang bad experience. parang experience na very notable.
Yeah.
Notable. Kasi before, parang nung pumasok sa akin yung concept ng reward system, actually sa ZFT ko siya na-realize na, oo nga, no. Kasi before, every time na may milestone, talagang, siya, parang super delayed gratification. Although delayed gratification in specific situation is a good thing, pero like the milestones na achieve ko sa buhay, hindi ko nare-reward yung sarili ko. So parang in hindsight, sabi ko na if nireward ko siguro yung sarili ko nung panahon yun, baka yung thing na yun na ginagawa ko, baka ako mas consistent pa ako hanggang ngayon, ginagawa ko pa siya hanggang ngayon. So parang ever since that realization, I make it to a point na every month, may specific percentage ng kinikita ko allocated for myself, for reward. Kasi parang every month, ewan ko kung ganun din kayo, pero every month may gusto akong bagong bilhin. I mean like, kunwari may bago akong hobby, gusto kong bilhin to. Or like, kunwari may gusto kong bilhin na damit or ganun. Yun yung mga ganung bagay, consider it as a reward na.
Right.
Yung parang, hindi ko talaga siya need, yung talagang more than my necessity talaga. So parang in that way, every month, through the money that I earn na, okay, pinaghirapan ko tong pera na to. Or pag may specific milestone, I make sure talaga na yung specific percentage na yun, nabibigay ko sa sarili ko. So parang na siya, parang nagiging habit na siya in a way. And hindi rin sumusobra yung reward. Kasi allocated talaga siya. Kasi minsan baka sa feel mo na sobrang deserve mo. Like,
Sobra na. Salamat, self.
diba? So, ganun yung way ko of rewarding myself.
Ako, kasi ako kasi sobrang impulsive kong tao. And at the same time, parang feel ko pagka ma-overwork lang ako, feel ko may deserve agad ako something. So, food talaga ako. And tapos, experience new things na parang hindi ko na-experience dati. Travel, isa din yun. Parang isa sa mga nagawa ko na parang hindi ko kailangan humingi sa parents ko. Tapos, working na ako nun. Tapos kahit ilang days ko gusto, since remote naman yung work ko. So parang isa yun sa mga rewarding for me na kaya ko nang gawin to, tapos kumain sa restaurant, tapos hindi ka natakot na, baka wala na to. So yun yung mga bagay, siguro new experiences na hindi nabigay na, siguro healing your inner child. So yun yung sa akin siguro. Kaya.
Ang sa akin naman, siguro, ako parang medyo baliktad kami ni James kasi di ako impulsive. I really try to pace myself out. I keep myself in check lagi, especially when it comes to purchases. Pero although, pag kinix, di ba sinasabi, bibili siya ng damit, bibili siya ng... Ako kasi, bibili ng damit or certain gadgets, pero that would support what I'm doing right now. Ayun yung nilisip ko. That means naka-budget yun. Pero para sa hindi ko siya nilisip na reward. What I think of a reward is for me is when I feel relaxed. I feel like parang I tap myself in the back. So, with that being said, yung reward ko sa sarili ko is it's more of an experience. Pero hindi siya tulad ng travel din sinasabi mo. Sa akin, I really value my time with my friends. So, especially at our age,
Sira naman.
parang pero especially at our age, with our current attitude na hustle lang talaga, parang kantay, no? Pero hustle lang talaga. Sometimes we lose time for the people we love. Parang sa akin, yung reward ko sa sarili ko, parang I give a certain sense of humanity back to myself. Kaya, kunyari, minsan, tuwang-tuwa ako masama ko mga friends ko talaga. Yung kasi yung tropa ko talaga. Or even now, makasama kayo.
Sasama ka na. Mamaya.
So, ganyan reward sa
Parang it keeps you grounded na parang hindi siya attached masyado sa money.
And sometimes, especially right now, you're earning. Siyempre sa circle mo, not everyone is earning the same amount as you. But and you, as a person na who has capacity to give or to actually parang manlibre, gano'n. I give out. Sagot ko na itong ganito, ganyan.
Sarap sa feeling.
Super. That's nice.
Parang knowing everything, no? Parang it shows na whatever your reward system is, like, basta it works for you.
Go!
Yun talaga yung, yun na yun, like, kunwari, si Gian, like, hindi siya, like, into material things, gano'n. Parang, hindi porket ito yung reward system niya,
Yun
na dapat, diba? So, it depends on your own definition ng reward.
parang it's the thought that matters. It's
Ah.
how it
How it makes
affects
you feel.
Yeah.
How it makes
Yeah,
you feel.
ano magpapasaya sa'yo kumbaga?
Like, ice man, galing mo.
Yeah.
Ganun, ganun
Kasi
talaga.
ano ba? Wala. Parang you just have to be.
Iba, alam ko, iba nagpapamasahe. Mga ganun, nagpapamasahe, iba, like, ayun na.
Wala, naglalaro.
Oh,
Naglaro mo lang.
or relax, ganun.
Oh.
Do you think the path you've chosen was worth it compared to the traditional path you were supposed to do?
Parang sa ano to, no? I mean, for context, sa mga dropout like us three. And-
Watch the previous episode.
Yeah, parang it's related to that kasi the three of us are dropouts. Parang for me, yes, super, parang big yes na this is very worth it for me kasi I get to do anything I want na. Parang it's not to value the monetary amount na I earn. So it's something na I achieve through the monetary amount that I earn. So parang to make it more simpler, yung lifestyle ko ngayon is very much more chill compared to what we expected sa sa traditional path. Kasi come to think of it, if nag-tradition, like for me example, kapag nag-traditional path ako, 9 to 5 work, and Monday to Friday, garbag. I mean, no any pun intended dun. Like it's very traditional, it's very work. It's how the world works. Dito gumagalaw ang mundo sa traditional path. But thinking outside the box and taking that risk kasi sa risk yan eh. If you didn't take the risk na
Parang leap of faith.
if you didn't take that leap of faith, di mo ma-experience yan. Tsaka if nag-fail yun,
Yeah.
for sure mas mahirap bumalik sa traditional path, which is going to college knowing na left behind ka, kabatch mo 2 years ahead of you na. Parang there are pros and cons with everything we do. Kaya for me it was very worth it kasi yeah, I get to experience the freedom. So yeah, kaya ba?
Ako feel ko worth it siya sobra kasi ang daming ups and downs. Sobrang daming downs nga actually pagka ginawa mo lumihis ka ng traditional path.
Yeah.
Kasi nga dito sa traditional path, parang nakahain na sa'yo lahat eh. Pagdadaanan mo na lang. Whereas pagka pinili mo yung isa na hindi mo alam kung saan ka magsisimula, kung magiging successful ka ba. Mostly sa experience ko ang daming downs, pero sobrang worth it niya. Kasi hindi ko siya nakikita as failure talaga. Di ba nga sabi nga yung grammar teacher sa YouTube, parang everything is a learning experience talaga. So,
Sino ka pang shoutout sa'yo?
sa YouTube.
Shoutout sa'yo.
napanood kita sa
Naon kita.
Kaya yan, kumbaga pag iisipin mo yung quotation, everything is a learning experience. Oo nga, iisipin mo, hindi ka naman talaga nagkamali. It was a way for you to improve. Diba? Parang, kaya okay lang na napagdaanan ko yung mga, kasi alam ko part yun kung sino ako ngayon.
Okay. So ako naman, well yeah, it's definitely worth it. Although I've never imagined myself to be where I am right now. Like sobrang siguro kahit anong pagbalik-balik na rin mo yung nangyari before.
Isip ko balik to
And then like, never ko talaga may imagine yung na ito yung ginagawa ko, na I would be a community builder, I would be like pursuing trading, na gusto ko siya maging career talaga, and like building a business, ganito ganyan. Although alam ko talaga, gusto ko lang talaga kumita ng pera. So parang eventually like taking that leap or deciding to pursue not the traditional path, parang syempre there's that uncertainty pa rin that you have to battle with every single day, or like may mga days talaga na tama ba to, ito ba talaga yung gusto ko, ganito ganyan. But at the end of the day, na I know what I'm doing every single day and why I decided to do what I did is because ito yung sa tingin ko na best para sa sarili ko. So parang although this isn't what I initially wanted, this is something that I've gone through to learn about the stuff that I didn't know I needed to, and like grow more as a person. So parang there's this quote na I really like, na it goes by na sometimes on the way to a dream, you get lost and you find a bigger one. So parang yun yung, I guess I would resonate with that kasi wala, like I met a bunch of amazing people. Like, you meet a bunch of people na kapag yung pinuso ko yung path ko before, hindi ko mamimit, hindi ko malalaman yung stories nyo, di ba?
Right.
So yeah, like, sobrang amazing lang na sometimes you don't really have to have everything planned out. Like, it just happens and you get to enjoy it. Ikaw na.
As a person, as a guy, and since I really followed, I also still follow the traditional path. College, it's like, corporate life ako ngayon. But still, I still have that open mind with the traditional path.
Yeah.
When it comes to trading, when it comes to side hustles and things of that nature. Pero kasi, before I even tried to apply for a job, nausap ko si Nex about this. I really weighed the pros and cons. Inisip ko rin mag-venture into Web3. Especially at that time last year, basta latter part of 2022. And I really weighed kung gaano siya ka-beneficial or gaano siya ka-risky. And nung na-weigh ko siya maayos, mas beneficial na I should take the traditional path right now in order to have capital.
Yeah.
Cash inflow is better than having none at all.
Risking experience.
Because siguro in preparation to this bear market nga, eventually, as we know right now, eventually, babalik din yung market sa tamang trajectory niya. So, ayun talaga nasa isip ko back then na I should take on a more mature path to have capital, to gain capital, instead of risking it all back then. Kaya ako nag-traditional path right now. And looking back, hindi ko siya nire-regret kasi, so far, it gives me enough freedom. It helps me out, ganun. And I'm still open to other things like what we do right now, and I'm still open to trading and everything. Di siya nakawala sa isip ko. Actually, this is parang I took this traditional path, turn it into, again, a career in Web3.
Yeah, parang leverage, no?
Yeah.
Tsaka with
Credibility in a sense.
Yeah. Tsaka parang with what you said, it shows yung sinasabi ng most of the people na the 9 to 5 job is what yung 9 to 5 yung nagpe-pay ng bills mo, tapos yung hustle mo after that pays for your future.
Yeah.
Kumbaga, with our situation tayong apat, parang it shows na it's not about what we've chosen, it's about how we handle it with an open mind. Kasi kahit na you have a 9 to 5, you can still work around with the things you like after that, or kahit di pa directly as long as you have the plans, you build the way to pay for the means of it. Parang it really shows na di siya sa
You don't have to choose right away.
Yeah.
Kung traditional or non-traditional.
Walang correct answer.
Yeah.
Walang correct answer, exactly.
You can take the traditional path, but also prepare for something radical, something different.
Yeah, and I think that's really important na ma-emphasize natin na parang syempre hindi rin naman porket na okay, we wanna be rich, we wanna be financially free, ganito ganyan, na you have to not pursue the traditional path. Kasi syempre, it still depends on your definition as a person. Kung ano ba yung success para sa'yo. Diba? And for some people, it's taking the traditional path, having a 9 to 5 job, and enjoying yung security ng 9 to 5 job. And a lot of people na baka hindi nyo nami-meet or di nyo pa nakaka-interact, na na-enjoy talaga nila yung 9 to 5 job. Kasi may sense of security, after the weekend, wala ka nang problema, mas healthy yung workplace mo, right? So parang kami, porque nag-pursue kami ng untraditional path, sige, ito na yung best path to get rich.
Hindi kami yung tama. It just shows na there are other ways. Kasi yung ways na traditional, I would say for me, exhausting. Sa ibang tao, pwedeng hindi. Pwedeng they like to work 9 to 5, uwi sila, tulog. it's really a case-to-case basis. But for us, I think we like the untraditional path more.
Yeah. Kumbaga dito lang tayo to share our experience. Kasi, for sure, at least, ano na ito, parang may kita nila kung ano yung pasok, parang case study na rin tayo sa kanila.
Yeah.
So at least, di ba, nakita nila merong
Na ito yung mga drop out na.
Ito drop out.
Yeah, and I guess parang solid ng session natin kasi we get
Yeah.
to answer the questions with an open mind.
Yeah.
Parang
Yeah.
the viewers get to see kung anong pwedeng mangyari if hindi tayo-
Different sides of the coin.
Yeah, parang hindi tayo one-sided to be exact. And I hope na if you like this podcast, you like, heart, and follow our TikTok page. I guess that's it. Goodbye, guys.
Hey!
Hey!
Picture tayo.
Tara, picture
Kapit siya natin.
Si Derek sa gitna.